So, good evening. Welcome back to another show. And tonight I'm John, and tonight I'm going. Shut that down. Yeah, I'm going to do another video, and tonight I'm going to do the fixture list. Newcastle have the fixture list comes out, and it looks quite interesting now. So, very exciting to see the football coming back in August. We have got the fixture list come out, and didn't expect it, but it came out. So that's all great. So if you do like the video, please smash the like button and subscribe if you're new, and also leave your comments live in the comments. So yeah, like I said, I looked at the fixture list today. I'm going to bring it up in a minute, and it looks very interesting. First couple of games are quite favourable. So, and the last couple of games, last 5-6 games, looks very, very dodgy. So like I said, please smash the like and subscribe if you're new. I'm just going to get the fixture list up now for you. And here you go. So if you look at it in August, we've got West Ham United at home. Then we've got Villa away, Southampton at home. Then we've got Man United away, Leeds at home, Watford away. So if you look at that, I'm looking for about minimum of 3 wins minimum out of those games. And that's what I expect. West Ham at home, we beat them last season, as you know, 2-0, and it was a good start to the season. And then after the next game against Brighton, we all know what happened after that. But like I said, expect to beat West Ham. Villa's going to be tough. We don't seem to do well against Villa Park these days, don't we? They seem to get beat on a regular basis now. Southampton, listen, we did remember that game last season. We were so excited at everything there. Joe Willock was the key man for that game. Miguel Almiron was outstanding in that game as well. So Southampton aren't the best of travellers at this moment in time. Man United, very going to be their boots. Leeds United, we can beat them home and away. They're going to invest heavily as well. In the summer, they got a £75 million budget. And we got the first of the promoted teams, Watford, at Vicarage Road. Now, if you look at further down, if you look in December's fixture list, that's really, really tough. We've got 4 home games and away games, yeah? We've got Norwich at home, then we've got Burnley away, at home, sorry. Then we've got 2 toughies, Leicester City away, Liverpool away. Then we've got the 2 Manchester clubs at home, and Rafa Benitez should be taking over Everton, and that's on just after Boxing Day. So that is a very, very tough December. But like I said, I'll comment on later. But like I said, for the August September, I'm expecting to get minimum 3 wins. We need to, because we are, got to hit the ground running. Because at the end of the day, I mean, West Ham had a fantastic season last season under David Moyes. But now all the clubs will be watching him and the club as well, because they don't want to get embarrassed, getting beat off West Ham again, if you know what I mean. And they're also in Europe as well. They're after Arnautovic as well. He used to play for West Ham. And then Villa spent £33 million on Buendia as well. Also, they're after James Ward-Prowse as well. Now, if he comes to the club, that midfield looks absolutely awesome. Oh, and by the way, they could be right Jack Grealish, because he could be off to Manchester City in the summer transfer window. Well, that is for another day. So tell us what you think, guys. If you smash the likes button and subscribe. And then, if you look at the 1st of January on New Year's Day, after you have a party on New Year's Eve, if you decide to have a party, of course, we've got to go all the way down to Southampton away. Absolutely incredible at St Mary's, man. 1st of January. I hope there's transports available that day, because I'm telling you something, because Newcastle fans are getting a rough end of the stick at this moment in time. Southampton on the 1st of January. Unbelievable, man. I mean, I think, Peter, if I'm honest with you, if the lockdown is over, let's be real about it. I'll celebrate New Year's Eve down in Southampton, to be honest with you, and just stop over for a couple of days. That's all I would have done. Yeah? doesn't bother us because I live in Bristol and it's a 2.25 hour drive away from where I live. So that's cool. But I do feel sorry for the Newcastle fans having to travel all the way down on years there, which ain't cool. Just hope the kickoff times don't start at 12 o'clock or something stupid. Yeah. So I've got to go through the comments as well because I've got quite a few comments coming through. And if I just get them up. And I got, first of all, I got Jason, that's always. If I bang it up there. Even John, with you are, buddy. I think the first 3 fixtures, and I have a very good feeling for maximum points in Feb fixtures, but we need to be safe by the end of Feb or we ain't surviving. Yeah, I've got to come on to that earlier on, man. I've got to. But you're absolutely right. Even John, look, you canny. Choose are absolutely fantastic. And I've got Ivy John from Geese. What a day of football. Yeah, Wales won by 2-0 against Turkey. And the second national team at least coming on at 8 o'clock, so I'll be watching that as well. If they win, they'll be qualified for the next stage. If anyone wants to tell Italy play football, they're absolutely fantastic on the Mancini. Long may it continue. I've got years ago, we haven't had the best form against the opponent teams, so that could be a problem. And I mentioned it in my video. Yeah, I have to watch your video, Jay. I must do that. And exit period, I'm dreading not liking it at all. That looks a bit dodgy, John. It really looks dodgy. But we have got to get plenty of points. We need to get 30 points around Christmas time to have any chance to stop up the season. We need to take over, by the way. And Truls, as well, hey, Paul J. Hope he's absolutely fine. If I can find his Paul sends a message. I'm sure he did. Yeah, I'm sure he did. He'll be on later on, I'm sure. And just got Andrew as well. Thanks for coming on, Andy. Ian John, love the new lights, mate. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, I mean, I've got a green screen as well, but it's so big in a minute. I did not expect the green screen I've ordered to be so big. It's unbelievable, man. But I'm definitely going to put it on soon, like, because my mum keeps on saying, it's not coming in the house, it's not coming in the house. Yeah, nah. I'm sorry, I'm a grown-up. You know what I mean? I paid a lot of money for that. There you go. And I got, I was saying, Connor, looking to the chat, my guy. Even John, hope you well. You heard news about Rafa Benitez. I have. He's apparently he's going to take the Everton job, apparently. And if he does, I wish him all the best in the world. But Liverpool fans won't be happy about it because if I was a Liverpool fan, I'd be absolutely devastated that he's taking the Everton job. Let's be real about it. And also, you know, what he's done for Liverpool, he's done absolutely amazing. And some of the Everton fans, I think he's splitting the Everton fans, by the way. Let's be real about it. He has split the Everton fans. Some wants him, some don't want him because of Liverpool links. But I suppose if he does a good job at Goodison, all for him. But he's not going to hang a boot for the Newcastle job regarding the takeover at this moment in time. So let's be real about it. So, and I've got, cheers. Which fixture are you looking forward to the most, and which one are you dreading the most? Well, the thing is, so Jay, the last 6 games are on the boot, which I'll come on to later as you can see on the screen. The one I'm looking forward to, I mean, I enjoy watching the Leeds game at home. Manchester United I enjoy watching, but we just don't seem to do well. It's about time to beat Arsenal as well, home and away, which ain't going to happen. But if you look at it, we just got to be realistic and just beat the lesser clubs at this moment in time or teams around us, you know. But we've got to start well against the promoted clubs because Brentford, Norwich, and Watford aren't going to be easy this season, especially away from home. It's not going to be easy at all. And the one I'm dreading, Southampton away, that's New Year's Day. And Connor said, if the takeover happens, I think Roberto Martinez will be a good odds with Graham Jones' connection. I take Roberto Martinez on all day long. He plays football the right way. And I got Andrew, that's a takeover off then. No, it's not, Andrew. The takeover isn't off, mate. It's not off. That's got no bearing on the takeover, being on and off at all. I'm going to tell you now, come to the takeover bit in a minute, yeah? Pierre and Amanda and Comedy wants Fonseca, for what I've seen. Fonseca's off to Spurs, by the way. That's going to be a done deal. Fonseca is off to Spurs. And that'll be a 3-year deal if he does score there. Southampton 1 year. They're shocking like that. I hope it snows. I hope it flipping snows and get the game called off. That's all I'm waiting for. Yeah, Fonseca's going to Spurs. Offer is going to Spurs, George. Yeah, I agree. Wouldn't mind Nuno. I'd take Nuno all day long. He plays absolutely good football. The thing with him, though, when he went to Wolves, You know, he's been there for what, 4 seasons. I think it was around this course, unfortunately. It's around this course, and he just wants a fresh start elsewhere. So, yeah, well, there's loads of good managers out there, I hope. And Andrew, I would have Nuno right now, so would I. The one manager I'd love to take, if I had a choice, if it take what happens, I'd take Diego Simeone. That guy is a champion manager. He is a champion manager. The football ain't going to be exciting, but I tell you something, the football will be tough for us to beat. He'd get the back four started out, and happy days. And I've got Jason here, got Newcastle, could be worth a shoot. Apparently, he's walked out on Fiorentina. I'm not sure about that, but according to Lee on social media, he is gone. If that is true, he hasn't lasted very long, did he? Or maybe he doesn't trust the president, the American president, which is a bit, don't really want to invest the money. And I got 100%. Thank you very much indeed. But let's go on to our Torres fixture list. Wolves, Spurs, Palace and Chelsea. Well, I'm just going by it for fun. I'm expecting around about 7 points out of those games. Wolves, a point. Spurs at home, we might just beat them without Harry Kane. And this depends how Fonseca sets up his team, but I think he'll do well at Spurs. Palace, 3 points. I think Palace will be in trouble this season for me. Chelsea, forget it. We're not beating them. But November is a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. Brighton away, we're not winning Brighton. Brentford at home, I think Brentford will be well up for it. If we're near the bottom of the table and Brentford is around us, we're going to have problems. If we've got Arsenal away. So we've got 3 games in November. I'm not looking hopeful. I think we'll probably get a point. That's about it. December went through. That looks absolutely dodgy as freak. You know what I mean? That is so tough. I just don't think I have fun at all whatsoever out of those lot. Norwich and Burnley are the only points you're going to get. That's a possibility. So, and then if you look at next year, Southampton mentioned Watford at home, Leeds away. Then in February, we've got Everton and Villa at home, West Ham and Brentford both away. That's not going to be easy there. Then in March, we've got home at Brighton. We seem to struggle to beat. Chelsea away. Forget that. Palace at home. We got beat off them home last season, and we have got to win that game no matter what. Now, April and May, which is very, very worrying. We have got to get enough points. You've got to get at least 40 points out of those games before we hit April. Because I'll tell you something now, right? Those games coming up, I can't see us getting many points out of them. Let's be real. Spurs away, Wolves at home, Leicester at home, Norwich away, and then the last 4 games, good luck with that. Liverpool at home, Man City away, Arsenal at home, Burnley away. I think the teams are going to play for the last 4 games. A few of those teams are going to be fine for a Champions League place. That ain't going to be easy at all whatsoever. And I'm dreading it already, man. So let's go on to Paul. What I think is in the Dean saying, Dan, he'll not come to Newcastle. He'd probably take a year out of the game and then he'd probably manage. I think he'll probably end up managing PSG. He'll probably manage the PSG if Pochettino moves on in future. I can't see him going to Juve because they got Allegri back and he's on a 4-year deal. So I cannot see Zidane going to Juve for quite a while just yet. I just don't think Zidane will come to England. Simple as that. Can't speak the language and he doesn't read English football as well. That's what I heard. I like the Brentford manager. That's Thomas Frank. I think he's decent. He's young, talented, plays football the right way, and he's flexible. And Gia said, if he can lose to Brentford's second string, just imagine what Brentford's first team would do with us. Plus Ivan Toney. Yeah. I get the tell, man. I mean, some of them, honestly, let's be real about it. We've got a good team there. If we can get a decent manager to look after our team, we'll probably get top 10 with that team. Real talk. That team is top 10. All ends up. So, yeah, I'd agree there. Connor, Tammy on loan, Willock bought, AR bought, Williams, and then we have a good shot at ending up at top 10. But at the minute, it's a dream. Yeah, I think you are right, mate. Totally agree. We have to a couple of players, right? The trouble is, right, we can talk about players going in, but when it comes down to it, they say, we missed out. We're so damn slow, right? but so damn slow getting the targets in. No wonder Lee Chon is so fat. You know what I mean? He moves like a flipping snail. Let's be real about it, you know. Oh my God, man. I can't be having that sort of thing. Like, so keep those comments coming in. Yeah, I still got time before I watch the Italy game. So it is what it is with Lee Charlie. And I don't know what's going on, but I still believe the takeover will happen for any time soon. I was going to talk about the takeover. I think it will not be, the Cats will not be thrown out. No way. It will not get thrown out because at the end of the day, you know, we want this takeover. And if you don't get a takeover, and I said this many times before, our club will be paralysed. Our club will be sinking south. And it will go south if you don't get a takeover. I didn't think of who I like to keep and who I like to move on to get the funds, to rebuild. And to be honest, I moved on quite a lot of players. So have I. I've done that video a couple of weeks ago. And I can make between 86 and 90 million pounds on player sales. And that's what I get rid of. The trouble is, though, these people on good wages, they don't want to shift. Look at Christian Atsu. As much as I love Christian Atsu, yeah, he should have gone to another club and get game time. The same gone on with Savia. He should have been away as well. Let's be real about it, but they just sat on the wages thinking, I could get 30, 40,000 pounds in Newcastle. I'm not going to get anywhere else. Wow. Then I got choose. Newcastle so slow, the snails are considered to use light speed. Yeah, totally agree. I mean, the fact is, I've been talking about Charlie here. You know what I mean? I mean, at the end of the day, he is the worst director of football or chief exec I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, if before Ed Woodward was that bad, if before Eddie was that bad, let's be real about it. He is absolutely terrible, him, man. Honestly, he should have got sacked years and years and years ago. And that's just saying something. Do you know what I mean? Ashley just doesn't care. Then we've got J Game. Let's talk about the takeover last. Or we talk about so until fully confirmed. Is it we love talking about? You know what it is? I'll sip about the takeover then. I think you're right there. I'll sip it because at the end of the day, they haven't said anything on social media sort of thing. So everything's quiet in the background. That's what I like to see. I like to hear. I would like to get Juan Mata on the feet. I love to get Juan Mata on the feet because I tell you something, he can still do bits that player, I'm telling you. But I think he'd go off to Spain. And that's where I think he'll end up, in Spain. So what do you think then, guys? The fixture comments, fixture list. Do you think Newcastle's good enough to start this season? Are you happy with the fixtures? What about the last 5 games of the season? Is that going to be tough? And also, look at the first 3 games. That looks winnable games, all of them. Villa's going to be tough. Do you know what? If I take minimum 6 points out of those 3 games, the first 3 games, I'll be so over the moon. But we have got to beat teams that we can beat. And if we don't beat teams that we should be beating, then we are going to be in serious, serious trouble this season. So that's down to Steve Bruce, if he's still there, to put on the show. So, yeah, what else can I say? Wales won by 2-0 today against Turkey. That's a cracking result for the Welsh. I think Claire Williams will be happy at that. Claire, if you listen to us, well done you. And surely now a point against Italy will see you through to the next stage. That's if you beat Italy, by the way. And just and then I've got some more comments coming in. Excuse me. Jules, with Bruce, that's like climbing Mount Everest in a t-shirt and boxers. Yeah, I totally agree with you there. Wow, he should be sat. But he's never going to get sat. And Jay said, need to be safe by February. We can win all February games. Then it gets super tough. So safe by February, we'll forget the season. I have to agree. I really have to agree because if you look at it, from March, I can only see us winning 1, 2, 3 games tops. That is it. 3 games tops. Because all the teams around us are not going to be, I'm not going to lie, they're just going to improve all the time. They're going to improve all the time. Excuse me. And that's what they're going to do. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. Oh, what do you think of this manager, Didier Deschamps? I think he's decent. Decent manager. He's done a wonderful job at France at this moment in time. He's a winner, a champion, and his career at UVA was absolutely fantastic. He failed at Chelsea, went over to Athletic Bilbao, had a couple of seasons there. He had a couple of seasons there. I think he had 1 season there as well. And yeah, then he managed UVA for a season, and then he just walked out on them. So yeah, as a manager, I think he's quality, But at the end of the day, he's not going to come to England because it's English football. He just doesn't like English football, apparently. So if he does like English football, what can you do? But like I said, we've got to hit the ground running. Let's be real about it. If we don't hit the ground running, we'll be done. So yeah, so tell us what you think, guys, of the fixture list. Could you leave comment sections down below and tell us what you think of it? Are we going to be safe this season? Looking at this, how many points are we going to need to get before we're going to be safe? I always say 40 points before you are safe, but you've got to get 30 points before the end of December. And looking at the fixture list there, I think it's quite possible if Steve Bruce allowed the players to do it. So with that one, also to the tune, the Dr. Son, so Bobby coming home. I can tell you now, Josie signed a 3-year contract at Roma, and let's be real, I think he'll see out the contract at Roma because I think he'll do bits there. He's already signed Granit Xhaka at this moment in time for £16 million. And Xhaka, I'm not a fan of Xhaka, to be honest with you, but I think he'll do okay at Roma, a slower pace. But also fans will probably tell you different anyway, but yeah. There you go. So I'm going to wrap this up in a couple minutes' time because I'm going to watch the Italian game, and I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm going to try and get Andy Raven on my chat tomorrow. He's an Arsenal fan, so you could ask him some questions as well. We're going to talk about his Arsenal review. I know it's overdue, but listen, at the end of the day, it's going to be fantastic. He's been on my channel before. He's a great guy, and probably spend about 15 minutes to an hour with this guy, and join us for that one. But listen, I better get us off away. But thanks much for coming on my chat. Much appreciated. Always leave a comment in the sections down below. Always subscribe to my channel. I've got 712 people subscribing to my channel now, which I'm so made up. So please keep those numbers continue to go northwards and upwards. And just got chills as well. Have a good one, Andrew. Have a good fun. That goes to John and Paul. Thank you very much indeed. And really appreciate that. And take care, my guys. Stay safe and have a fantastic evening. And I should be back tomorrow with another live stream. And until then, have a great evening. And before I go, Bruce out.